Let's look at something for a moment. Let's say my goal in life is to have a loving, harmonious, happy Christian family. And you're a homemaker and you feel comfortable in that role in life. Who can block that goal? Every member of the family can block that goal. They not only can, they will. If that's your overwhelming goal in life, you will rise and fall so many times emotionally, they will call you yo-yo. I remember teaching a class on church growth, and all these pastors were all excited. Boy, I'm going to take this church, and I'm going to reach this community for Christ. Who can block that goal? Well, every member in the community can, and probably 2 old board members will try. You know, well, pray them out of here. Nah, don't do that. There's a better way. I remember years ago, I was told my family, I said, we're going to get up tomorrow morning, and we got to leave at 9:15. I'm going to preach at this church, and we're all going to go out and have dinner afterwards, so we got to be in the car. 9:15. Now, I got up in the morning. I did everything to make that goal possible. I got out of the bathroom first. I made breakfast for everybody. 9:15, I'm in the car alone. Pretty soon, Joanne and Carl come out. Where's Heidi? So I go in the house. You know, the horn's getting this big, and what about my witness? And so I go now, Heidi, where are you? And from the back, I heard, what's wrong, Dad? Am I blocking your goal? There's only one answer here, folks. 2 cars. I remember a lady one time. I did a series of talks on depression, and the last one was on endogenous depression. That means it's physical in its origin or internal. And I believe that. I believe you can have that kind of a problem. And so she came up afterwards. She said, that's me. My psychiatrist says it's endogenous. Don't let anybody tell you different. No, I just told you. I talked to them that night, and I believe that's true in cases. In her case, I didn't think so. Why not? Well, I actually kind of knew her. My wife and I were invited to her house about 2 years prior to that. Painfully obvious why we were there, hopefully to finally win her husband to Christ. She had 2 teenage daughters who have now moved out of the house. Neither one of them have trusted the Lord, so she's all alone. Been going to church, basically, for the last few years, all alone. And she's just seeing her great goal in life to win her husband, 2 children to the Lord kind of slip apart. And what's happening to her witness? Hey, kids, how'd you like to become a Christian and be like me? No thanks, Mom. We'd rather be like Dad. You know, that can hurt, folks. I said, but there's something kind of wrong here in the way that we think. I remember one time, this is a fun story. I was supposed to speak to this whole church. They were just going to pick up and go up to this mountain retreat and teach at the seminary at the time. And they called me a month before and said, overbooked. And